Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've got a little lemon and ginger tea and I'm just having a rare moment's silence, I say, as notifications are going off on my laptop. Because I've just been very busy at the minute, and I hate to be that person because I feel like I've said that a lot, but what with everything that happened at the start of this year and moving and just work kicking off as well, it's just been very, very hectic, and I've been here, there and everywhere. And I think I just need a couple of days of just centering myself. I'm sure you guys can relate. Everyone's busy, aren't they? We've all got very, very busy lives. But yeah, I'm buzzing because it's very spring-like at the minute. The sun is shining, there's blue sky. I'm sure it won't last, but it is nice to have a bit of sun and feel like we're not just living under clouds permanently. Anyway, I have a very busy few days coming up. I'm going to take you with me to London because I've got some very exciting things going on. There's some exciting personal things going on as well, which I'm sure you'll find out about later on in this video. But yeah, I basically need to pack. I've been packing, repacking, emptying, washing clothes, repacking, because I've been going here, there and everywhere. But one of the best things that's made travel a little bit easier is my new Suri toothbrush. And Suri are today's sponsor of this video, so please let me chat to you about them because this has changed my life. So one of the worst parts when I go away is forgetting my charger and my toothbrush running out of battery. My old toothbrush lasts probably about, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. Suri toothbrushes last a month. A whole month. And I know what some of you will say. Some of you will go, well, get a manual toothbrush and you won't have that problem. Well, manual toothbrushes don't give you a good enough clean. And the last thing I want to do when I'm busy and traveling is realize that I forgot to pack my toothbrush charger and it's run out of charge. But with Suri, everything feels really, really simple. It gives me a dentist level clean. I don't have to remember to charge it constantly. And the mirror mount makes my sink so tidy. I'm not having to tidy up toothpaste stains on the counter every 5 minutes. It's lightweight, it comes with a UVC cleaning travel case, and look how slim it is. Just fits straight in your bag. Look at that. Gorgeous and sleek and lightweight. This is an aluminium body for extra durability, and the heads are made of plant-based materials and are recycled by Suri. Anyway, I've absolutely been loving using it. My brother is also a Suri user. Slowly, I know all my family and friends are converting over to Suri. So if you'd like to convert to Suri or give it a go, then you can use my code, which is on screen now, for 15% off. Anyway, with that said, let's get packed and let's head to London. Hello everyone, it's the next day, as promised. Oh, this is all clashing, isn't it? Oh dear. I'm not gonna wear this coat most of the day. It's just I didn't have room in my bags to pack it. I just need to stop being vain, don't I? Anyway, I'm excited. I'm on my way to London. This is a purely social trip, although I will be vlogging it for you guys. Basically, this afternoon, I have a viewing of a flat in London. I've been looking at houses for sale near me in Hampshire, near my parents, and I don't know, I think I might have found the one, I'm not sure, but part of me would really like to be in London, but it's much more expensive. Like, instead of affording a house in Hampshire, I could afford a 1-bed flat. So it's weighing up, what do I want and what do I need? I think I do need more space, but I would love to be back in London. Anyway, I've got a viewing of a flat just to see what it feels like if I could go from living in a 5-bed detached house up north to a 1-bed flat in London, and is that fair on Ava? So I'm gonna go have a look. This evening I'm meeting my friend Bex. We're gonna go to the theatre. We're going to the London Palladium to watch Rob Beckett, who's a comedian, so I'm very excited about that. And then tomorrow I'm getting my colours done, guys, in London. A woman who is a colour consultant, and you know, you might have seen the videos online. I'm gonna find out which colours suit me and which colours don't, because the Wuthering Heights premiere was so cool. It was amazing to go, and the outfit was so good, and I was so blessed that Moss dressed me, and I really enjoyed doing a different look. But I did think maybe the cream washed me out a bit, because I compared it. At that event, I was in a burgundy jacket the night before, and then a cream one. The burgundy, I looked lovely and tanned, and the cream, I just looked ill. So anyway, I've seen colour people online, colour consultants. My mum had it done years ago before it was trendy, and she has all these swatches of colours which suit her skin tone. Anyway, I'm gonna go get that done and see. And she was like, cream is the enemy of many people, Joel. Not my mum, the colour lady. So I was like, I'm gonna find out if cream does actually suit me or not. But anyway, that's what I'm doing on Friday, and then back home. And then I really want to make a decision about what I'm doing house-wise. Right, touchdown in London. That was a good journey. I've just arrived in Shoreditch because I'm going to be staying at the Hoxton in Shoreditch. I have been very kindly gifted 2 night stay at this hotel by Secret Escapes. They've not asked me to vlog it. I'm going to be doing something on Instagram for them, but I just thought I'd be transparent with you. Legally, I have to be. Anyway, I've stayed at the Hoxton before, but only in Southwark. So this is my first time staying here in Shoreditch. I need to dump my stuff and then head straight to my first appointment of the day. Yes, I don't have long. This is a very swanky hotel. Looks new. I think it was being built last time I came. Right, I think it's just down here. I need to be careful with my phone, with all the snatchings of phones in London. Here we are. This is us, the Hoxton. Some dramatic music playing in the background. I was going to say Alexa turn off, but she's not Alexa. Look at this. I love the decor. So this is a cozy up room, which is the second smallest room that they do. But look how quaint. This is perfectly big enough for me. It's even got a sofa. It's got a nice little view as well. Let's have a look at the whoa, sorry, that mirror is absolutely massive. Hello. Let's have a look at the bathroom. Let's put one of these cards. This is my bugbear with hotel rooms. I get they do it to save power, but that door is so cute. Very nice. Oh, this is stunning. You could always count on the Hoxton to be stunning. Love it. This is going to be doing me nicely for the next 2 nights. Right, appointment done, which I'll tell you about another time. I'm now back in an old area of London, well, the general area that I've lived in London for many years, but this specific area I lived in from 2018 to 2021, I think, or 2019 to 2021. So it's so surreal being back, guys, because I don't know, it's just very weird. Because I'm like, oh, my old life's over. Okay, back to what I knew before, which I might not be. I might end up doing something completely new and different. But I am here for a viewing. But it's not a bad feeling. Obviously it's sad, but it's also exciting. I'm like, because I always loved living around here. But I just remember also in 2022, the end of 22, just before moving up north in January 23, I was filming a roundup video, I think it was for my members, of going to each place that I'd lived in London and showing you guys where I used to live and telling you stories. It's a loud motorbike. And telling you stories from each of those places. And it only feels, well, I was going to say a few years ago. It was a few years ago. But it doesn't feel long. And at the same time, it feels like an eternity ago. I've lived a whole other life since I was last here. It's just very, very surreal. So this was, oh, they're doing work. This was my old road that I lived in with Lucy in a flat just before we bought our house, which is about a 10-minute drive away from here. So it's very surreal being back. Some of you may remember this backdrop. This was the house where I got Ava. I have vlogs, I think, still on my channel of me walking up and down these roads carrying puppy Ava because she wasn't yet allowed to be put on the floor because she hadn't had all her vaccinations. Oh, it's such happy memories of living around here. Also some not good memories, if you know, you know. But some really, really happy memories here. And this is my old house. So the orange wall here, the house past the scaffolding, that used to be my bedroom there in that bay window. They've still got the shutters. It was 1:30. So there, that was my front door. I loved that flat. I've been in half a mind of messaging the landlord because I still have her number and asking her if she's ever thinking of selling the flat, can you let me know? But it'll be way out of my price range. I don't think I could afford it even if it came on the market. Oh. Right, I've reached the area where my viewing is. I've just seen the outside. I'm not filming any of it. Firstly, because I don't know if someone's still living in there. But secondly, even the outside, just on the off chance that I buy it and would like to keep some privacy in where I live. You know me, it doesn't last long. People always end up finding my address. Sometimes my own fault by showing you a letter or something. Anyway, yeah, so I haven't shown you the outside. I've just been looking at it. I've taken some videos for my dad, because as I've told you guys a million times, he's a structural engineer, so he's come with me to other viewings and he could tell me, oh, that roof needs fixing, or there's mold on the brickwork or whatever. To me, it looks fine. Basically, this feels quite high stakes because I think, as I said, I did fall in love with one of the properties I saw yesterday in Hampshire, and I booked a second viewing, and I would like to put in an offer if I don't like this flat. If I like this flat, it throws a spanner in the works because it's more expensive, and and then I'm like, oh, well, what do I do then? Do I get somewhere smaller in London or have somewhere bigger and cheaper outside London? don't know. So there's a lot riding on this viewing, I think. Part of me is hoping I don't like it, just so it gets it out of my head. But if I do, oh well, we'll see. I'd love to be able to afford one of these detached houses one day. Isn't it mad that these are probably about 2, 3, 4 million, some of them? And they're not even that big. I mean, they are big, but they're not like, is it worth 4 mil? Probably not. Right, we've arrived. I say that as if we've just arrived. We've been here for nearly 2 hours. We've had some wine, I've had some olives. Bex hasn't eaten anything, she's just on a liquid diet. Anyway, she's apparently mute, so... No, don't use any of that. Anyway, we're about to go to see Rob Beckett at the London Palladium, so I'm very excited. But these are very good seats. Thank you, Bex. What? So camera shy. She's behind the scenes, guys. Got a gin and tonic. Bex has a white wine, Sauvignon Blanc. A pint of it. Very cool. This is such a big theatre. Is this the biggest theatre in London? You should know this. You're a theatre fan. Yes, it is. Good morning, guys. Yesterday was so much fun going to see Rob Beckett. Rob Beckett, I see him on TV. I think he's funny. I would never normally go to see him. I would never pay to go to see him. It's only because Bex had a spare ticket that I went. But I'm glad I did. It was one of those surprise sort of things that I was like, oh, I enjoyed that way more than I thought. He's very funny. Anyway, that was lovely. This morning I've been to Egg Slut for breakfast. I love an egg slut. And some of you will be proud of me. I've gone to an independent shop, I think, Early Bees Coffee, but wasn't great. So I'm on the hunt for my next coffee. I've got my backpack with me because I need to do some admin. I need to send off, my accountant sent through some draft accounts for last year, and I need to send that to my mortgage advisor so that they can get me an up-to-date offer for a mortgage. And yeah, after the viewing yesterday, I think, and having slept on it and spoken to Bex about it, I feel like I am going to not move to London. So I don't know. I feel like, well, out of the houses, I prefer the one that I saw the other day in Hampshire rather than this one in London. So yeah, anyway, I just need to do the admin of that to finally get a formal mortgage offer through. And then it means on my second viewing on Monday, I might be able to make an offer there and then. So we'll see. This is actually one of my favourite hotels that I've stayed in. It was probably about a year ago now, the Rookery. It's such a nice hotel. It's the one that had the massive 4-poster bed and was very Victorian-esque. Here we go, there's a window with information about the history of it. This was, do you recognise this? Wasn't the exact room I was in, but very, very like that. They've got 3 of them. So the Rookery, that's this one. Hazlitt's is in Soho, which I've never stayed, would love to. Betty Langley's is in Shoreditch, so I'd like to stay there as well. I'm just sending over everything to this mortgage advisor. He's like, can you send me the property details, send me your latest 2 years of accounts, blah, 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 blah. I have an agreement in principle, but that's different to a mortgage in principle. So yeah, I do know I can afford this house, but I need to get my formal offer now. But it's just so weird. I'm just getting the link of the property on Rightmove to send him. And I'm like, this is so weird. I'm just buying a house. Well, I might not, you never know. I might miss it. Maybe I'll get outbid or something, but it's just mad to me. I feel like a teenager and I'm just in London, just by myself, taking the lead and just going, yeah, I'm gonna, it just feels weird. I don't feel old enough to be doing this. Right, back at the hotel now, just to repack my bag. Basically, guys, I'm going to get my colours done. And I'm so excited about this. So some of you might have seen all the colour theory stuff of seeing what colours suit your skin tone and stuff. I want to get that done. So I found this lady called Colours by Lily, or Colour by Lily. I saw her because my mum sent me Stephen from the Traitors getting his colours done with her. And so I just booked in with her. So I'm going to her studio, which is in East London. I'm currently in East London anyway. I think it's like a 45-minute walk, so I might do that. But she said to bring with me some colours that I like, just to see if they fit my skin tone, because she'll do all of that, but it would be good to bring some colours that I like and she can tell me why they suit me or why they don't. So I'm taking this olive green, because I do think olivey, I think this might be an autumn colour, I'm not sure, suit me with my dark eyes and dark hair. So I'm going to take that. And I'm going to take this as my like favourite t-shirt, like a very, very dusty faded pink. Does that suit me? I don't know. And obviously the most colourful thing I own is this purple jacket, which I love, from the North Face. And I'd like to know, does that suit me as well? So just going to repack my bag and then have a leisurely walk in. I've just finished my audiobook, My Husband's Wife by Alice Feeney. Very good, very twisty thriller. A little bit confusing. It's one of those where you have to I had to stop, pause the audiobook and be like, okay, what just happened? And then continue. But I did enjoy it, very good. I'd give it 3.5 stars out of 5. But yeah, anyway, time to do that. And then I think I'm going for dinner with my friend tonight, which is going to be very nice. Guys, I've just put an offer in on the house. I was going to put an offer in on Monday. I've just impulsively done it because I've got all the details through. I can do it. So I've put an offer in. I haven't even told mum and dad. Nobody knows. This is what I mean. It's so grown up. I'm like, how have I just decided to do this? Oh my gosh. What if they say yes? What if they say no? Here we are in East London. I think the studio is somewhere around here.
Okay, so based on what I taught you,
yeah,
do you think that you are warm or cool?
I think I'm warm, but I'm such a teacher's pet that I'm worried I've got it wrong. And you're going to tell me I'm cool.
Okay, so if you wear, what's a warm colour to you?
Warm colour. I think like a burgundy. Oh no, maybe that's got some blue in it or something. I think it's something yellow, something red, something orange.
Warm or cool?
Warm.
Okay, what about an oatmeal, like a cream?
Ooh.
That's made from yellow.
That's warm.
How do you think that looks on you?
An oatmeal on me, I think it makes me look really drained and just saps the colour. I've probably got it all wrong.
Are you scared?
Yeah, I am.
Do you think, how dark do you think that you can go? Do you think that you are light to medium or medium to dark?
Probably medium to dark, which doesn't go with my purple coat that I love.
No, because that's got black in it.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well,
and also
I think
purple's
black
quite
suits
a deep colour as well. So.
Okay, well that's good. Because I do think black, I wear a lot of black t-shirts and I like it. But I do think sometimes when I wear white, it doesn't suit me as much. So I'm thinking I can take black.
You're so nervous. You're like, yeah.
We'll see.
Am I right? Okay, great. I would agree.
Okay.
Yeah, so
good.
approve. Check.
Gold star.
What do you think that your contrast could be? Do you think you can take high contrast or do you think it needs to be muted and soft?
I think I could take high contrast. I'm not sure, but this t-shirt that I brought in that I like, which is very muted, I love this t-shirt. So now I'm like, well, maybe I'm not. But I think high contrast.
High, you can take the colour, yeah. Okay, great. Okay, process of elimination.
Okay, I don't think I'm summer.
Okay.
I just think the slightly muted, is that the right word? Colours with white added into them are not for me.
And too light.
Too light. Don't know if that's right, but that's what I think.
So, goodbye, summer.
Goodbye, summer. Great.
Goodbye.
I don't think I'm spring either. I don't fully understand why.
They're not talking to you.
I think they're not talking to me, and like we were talking about adding black or adding white, this, I think you've said, doesn't have that added, and I just think that's probably no. What do you think?
What do we think?
So I don't
You're
think
so
that.
gorgeous. I feel like you look good in all of them.
Oh, thanks. So I would love to be autumn because it's my favourite season and I think it's cozy and I would like to be this, but I think I could be winter.
Yeah.
Because it's bold.
And
it's got black added to it.
Woohoo!
It's dark.
And it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Is that right?
I think it's interesting because like when we look at you, these ones are really connecting with you as well. They do look really good. I think we could just merge them in the middle.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think if those ones will make you look really sharp. But if you kind of like, they kind of merge into two.
Okay.
Because you're so tanned on the outer layer. So, what we're going to do is we're going to see how your skin reacts to different colours, okay?
Okay.
So, these are all blue-based colours, okay? So, they're cool undertones. How do you feel in them?
Yeah, fine. I think.
Okay, these have all got warm undertones. Ready?
Okay. Ooh. Yeah.
You like those?
I think so. I feel like it made me look a little bit more tanned.
Okay, so let's remove these warm colours.
Oh, actually, I don't know. No, that's making me more red, the other one. Actually, I think this one suits me better.
Okay, so the thing is, neither of them look bad on you, right? But there's one that makes you look really clear.
Okay.
And actually more in focus. And then this maybe makes you look a bit yellow.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look too bad on you, but you just look less clear. So
yeah, I think this pops more because initially I liked that yellow because I was like, I look more tanned. But actually compared to the pop of the next one, it's
actually a little bit yellow.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You don't look, I mean, you do look tanned, but you look a bit yellow rather than tanned, whereas that you look really clear. So I think we definitely could meet them in the middle a little bit. And you don't look bad in these, but these ones are really making you pop.
Yeah.
So look at your jawline here. Can you see you've got the kind of
it disguises it.
facial hair, so it's a little bit different for women.
Yeah, no, but I can see because I do have a little jowl here, which disappears with that
Yeah,
colour.
you see that? So now look at your lips. You see they go more berry tone, whereas they look a bit yellowy.
That's mad.
Yeah, and also look at your teeth.
Oh,
So
yeah.
bright yellow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, get rid of that.
I mean, they don't look too bad. I think like some of these could look nice on you, right? Because they've been neutralised. But still, you just look more like yourself here.
Yeah.
So during this
crazy.
process, we're just going to kind of try different colours on you. So we're going to get you adjusted to how we want your skin to look and how the wrong colours can change your skin.
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, you'll be like, I do not want to wear those colours. We're going to now go through 4 variations of one colour. Okay, so we've got 4 versions of red. We're going to do them from summer, which is cool and light, to winter, that is cool and dark with lots of black added to it, dark and clear. Okay, now I'm going to put spring on you that is warm and light. Okay, so warm. Can you see that bit of a disconnect?
Yeah. Almost looks a bit greyish. I don't know why. My face.
Just a little bit less, clear. And then now this is a warm, so this is autumn.
Okay.
So there's going to be elements from colours or from each season that we do like. So autumn, there is something that we quite like about it. Yeah? It's got a little bit of softness to it.
Yeah.
So we're going to see which one makes your skin look the clearest and freshest, number 1.
Okay.
And then is there something else that we like from other seasons? Like maybe the softness of the autumn. And that tells us what your sub-season is.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So this is not bad, but look at this.
Yeah, that's so nice. It's so weird because I would avoid these bright colours, but they look so good.
Looks so good.
I like the warmth of that, but that is more
So that's
striking.
where we can meet in the middle.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I think it's the black that is the main thing for us here. It's these deep, dark features. So I think that if you were to wear neutral, warm colours, it would still look really good as long as they've got intensity to them.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's a little bit flat. But they do look actually quite nice and warm in it.
Yeah, I do prefer this one because I think it is more, my skin looks better with it. But I do quite with this one.
Yeah, because also right now, do you say you're a bit more tan than usual? So if your skin is much fairer, you will be able to see the yellow more.
Okay,
but when you've got a warmer overtone, you're not as cool, right? And so you can kind of take the warmth a little bit more. Let's look at that.
Yeah, really cool.
But if we had a little bit of softness to it, it'd probably be even better.
Okay.
But your skin also looks lovely here. And then look.
Oh yeah.
You just look like yourself here, right?
Yeah.
So look at the difference between this one, spring, and that one.
Yeah.
So you see that doesn't have the black in it.
No.
So you're kind of intense up here, right? And then here it's too wishy-washy for
Yeah.
you. So there's a bit of a disconnect and you're not really fully coming to life, whereas
Yeah.
like that. Stunning.
Yeah, that's so nice. So that's because that's had black added,
It's
and
got
this has
lots
white
of black.
added.
Well, this doesn't have white added to it.
Oh,
it's
it's
just
clear.
it doesn't have the black. It doesn't have the depth in it. Whereas you
Okay.
see the difference between that. It's
Yeah.
much more intense.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and also this has got a little bit of more yellow in it, so your skin also
Yeah.
doesn't. It looks a bit wishy-washy, whereas your skin looks great here.
Yeah, really
Because your
nice.
skin's not changing.
No.
But the black is just making it come to life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this is
Yeah.
also quite nice for
Yeah.
you, but you just stand out in the darker,
Yeah.
deeper colours.
Definitely.
Okay, we're gonna do metals, okay?
Okay.
So the metals is going to be really nice when you're wearing dark colors because it adds a pop.
Okay.
You know, it kind of, you know, if you think about this with that,
Yeah.
you see together, that's just
Yeah.
elevating it. And so I don't think gold's going to be bad on you because none of the warm colors are looking bad, but warm will just look a bit muted on your
Okay.
on your features. So it's quite, there's like elements that are quite nice,
Yeah.
but this is just fresher,
yeah.
like, especially against your darker colors. So all the warm colors just make you look a little bit more muted.
Yeah.
This is better because it's more less shine, less
Okay,
yellow.
yeah.
Less yellow.
I think I always wear silver, so I'm not used to seeing gold, but I don't hate it.
No, it's not bad because you do have this kind of warmer overtone. But look at this.
Yeah.
You
that's
see, you
so
just become
nice.
really nice and bright, especially this kind of thing. Also,
Yeah.
these gorgeous dark ones will be stunning on you. But the thing is with metals, normally you want it to be a bit lighter so that it brightens up
Yeah.
our dark colours. But these dark colours will also be stunning for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it's
I
like
love
a
that.
suit or something. You see how nice that is?
Yeah, very nice.
So these kind of like more deep, like with the black and that's
Yeah.
actually stunning,
Yeah,
isn't
I
it?
really like those. Is there a scenario where it's like, oh, even though these all kind of suit me, you go, oh, but with that colour, that absolutely will not.
So if you're wearing like slightly warmer colours, very, very cold jewellery but might not be as good.
Okay.
But yeah, I think generally what it is about these colours is when they're a bit more neutrally, they're quite nice.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah. I really like the dark ones.
stunning. Because also this kind of like antique-y look would be quite nice for you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You see, that's a bit more like that.
Yeah. Very
Whereas
nice.
this very cold metal, where it's a bit shiny, because you're quite
Yeah.
more neutrally, right? It could be just a little bit harsh. Well, it wouldn't be
Yeah.
also look really good, but maybe just when it's a bit more gun metally or a bit more vintagey,
Yeah.
a bit more like matted almost. You see, like this kind of thing. It's a bit
Yeah.
darker rather than very clear
Okay.
silver.
Yeah, that's good to know.
You see,
Yeah, so
I'm
nice.
obsessed with that one.
Yeah.
too. So yeah, slightly more neutral.
Okay.
Okay, so
Right.
I pronounce you a winter.
That I guessed it right.
You guessed it right.
Yeah.
So the autumn ones all looked really gorgeous on you,
Okay.
but just having that slightly clearer, cooler undertone will just
Yeah.
make you look fresher. So
Okay.
it's just about really making sure that our neutrals are like clear and more contrasty rather than the warm kind of like camely, oatmeal colours,
Yes.
which then just makes you look a little bit less fresh.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through all your best colours now.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. Thank you.
Okay. Gorgeous.
Are there different greys, as in like there could be a grey that you're like that doesn't suit you? But...
Grey is relatively safe because it's kind of made from black and white.
Okay.
But yeah, you can have bits of greys that have got a little bit of warmth, but you probably will be able to get away with the warm greys.
Okay. That's good.
But a bit more sharp is better for you. I mean, they probably look great in like a grey tracksuit as well, but
Okay.
for like a suit and things,
Yeah.
you're going to pop when there's that contrast
Yeah.
rather than it being, you know, that's kind of softer
Yeah.
grey,
Okay.
tracksuit grey. Stunning.
Yeah, really
Love
nice.
those deep ones. Be with the other one, but you see how nice that is.
Yeah,
like
really
charcoaly,
nice.
slatey grey. Stunning.
Very nice.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Yeah, very
That'd be
nice.
quite chic in a suit,
Yeah.
wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. Very bold.
Yeah, but it's deep though, so
Yeah.
it will be like that as well.
Yeah, I like that.
Like almost like, because also you can kind of merge some of these together, so like a petrol-y kind of blue.
Oh yeah.
Would look stunning, and then with like a crisp white shirt.
yeah,
It's
very nice.
Really nice. Instead of like a oatmeal, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like keeping that contrast. Nice
The thing
and
is,
bright.
do you think as well, like for men especially, I feel like it's hard to find really colourful
Yeah.
things. Like you go into like a suit shop and it's all just the standard colours.
Yeah, it's not quite interesting. That's when maybe then adding, you know, like the tie or the hanky thing, whatever it's called. It's quite nice. How nice is that?
Yeah, really nice. I love green.
Because you can do this in like stripes as well. You know, like, you know, you have like a navy base with a little green stripe or something running through it. So think about it in like really nice details.
Yeah.
There's icy green.
Yeah. So all icy is all right for me then?
Yeah, so just making, it's like white with a little bit of colour in it.
Yeah.
How nice is that?
Really nice.
Obsessed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever worn that colour purple before.
This one?
No.
This is so nice. And imagine in like, I don't know, like a wool jumper.
Yeah.
Or something a bit more interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, now a bit deeper. Again, gorgeous. These deep ones.
Is that like
for you.
almost plum?
Yeah. So these plummy, like aubergine.
Oh, I love that.
And that's just so nice.
Yeah.
For you. And then if you have it like with the kind of like icy shade.
Oh yeah. That's really nice.
I like that.
I like that.
You get, because these are a bit more summery, right? So these are they still look good on you, but they're a little bit lighter. But when we add more black, it's going to get even better.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Like
It's got a bit of softness to it.
Yeah.
Slightly scary for you.
Okay. Oh God.
Just going to give it to you anyway.
Yeah. That is very bold.
Different thing. Because girls will be like, yeah! And I was like, oh, that's scary. So this is now a really deep one that's going to be stunning for you. Yeah.
I love
you see,
that.
that's really nice and actually sophisticated, really chic.
Yeah,
Love
that's really
that.
nice.
This is nice taupey colour.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that is nice.
How nice is that?
Cute.
Yeah.
So that's like in my mind, on a scale of beige, but it's a nicer tone with mine.
Yeah, so it's more of like it's almost like a grey taupey colour.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you what a kind of warmer neutral will look like, which again, I don't think it's going to be like bad for you, but just the difference between like clarity.
Yeah.
So this is a bit more...
Okay.
So you still look nice.
Yeah.
But you see how
That's
fresh
so
you look.
much.
And especially if you don't have like a tan as well. It's just clearer.
Yeah, so much better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And this one we love.
Yeah, I really like that one.
So love this one.
Yeah, really nice.
So you look just so harmonious and glowing and fresh and bright. Yeah?
Yeah, and brown, my surname's Wood.
Yeah,
Joel
exactly.
Wood, trees.
Exactly, but you need like an ashy wood.
Yeah.
How nice is
Yeah,
that?
very nice. Yeah.
Also so fresh, and that in a suit.
Yeah. And it's so subtle to the beige suit I wore at Wuthering Heights, but it's so much better. Yeah, love that.
Yeah, so just where it's that warmth will probably not be looking as fresh.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Crisp. And also imagine in a different material. So right now this is block cotton.
Yeah.
So it's really intense, but in like a linen-y like suit or like a wool or a cashmere or something that's a little bit got a bit of...
Yeah. No, lovely.
Okay, here we go. Okay.
I love that. That's so nice.
Stunning.
Yeah.
Okay, close. Oh, okay, open.
Wow.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
Again, in something that's a bit more textured.
Yeah.
You know, but that's really pops, and then look, something like this.
Yeah, that is really nice. God, there's so many colours I've just never worn before.
Yeah.
It's like opened the whole world of colour for me.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
What star sign are you?
Libra.
Libra.
Yeah.
Is that September?
Yeah. So can't make decisions. So
I thought Libras were quite good at decisions. Are they
no,
not?
I think because they're just balanced with the scales. It's like, oh God, can't make decisions. But
Okay, love that.
okay,
ready, close. Stunning, love that.
Yeah, really nice. Oh, I do like that.
So gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's a good suit colour.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to think more in different types of clothes because not like I normally just wear jeans and t-shirt, but it's like I would like to branch out in different things.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. So we're going to have a little look at some visuals now.
Okay.
But just to summarize, the deep colors is where we need to be. So lots of black. That's like number one key.
Yeah.
And we want to stay away from spring colors. So anything that's too like light or bright. Okay, so like this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see that's just not matching your gorgeous deep features, whereas we're much better in.
Yeah. So much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So much better.
Much better.
Yeah. Avoid spring.
Yeah, so like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the worst, especially if we have this deep bit here.
Okay,
Do you know what I mean? Kind of pulling it together. But,
Yeah, so it just lifts it. My eyes. Yeah.
Wishy-washy, gorgeous, and these even together.
Yeah, that's really nice. God, I'd never put them together, but they look really nice.
And this is like in little tiny
Yeah,
bits.
little
It could
bits.
be even like wearing like a pair of trainers with like a stripe in it.
Yes.
It's got that.
Yeah.
Which just adds a bit of interest.
Nice.
There we go.
Cool, thank you.
My pleasure.
Right, it's very blowy, so I'll keep this to a minimum because I don't know if you can even hear me. I've had my colours done, and guys, I've had my offer accepted on the house. They actually haggled with me, asked if I'd meet in the middle because I made an offer. It was only a little bit less, but yeah, I've met them in the middle. So I've had a call with like a money check person who's confirmed that yes, Joel, it can afford it. You know, this isn't in addition to a mortgage advisor. It's like a check from the estate agent, just so they don't take it off the market and then, you know, they go, oh, he can't afford it. It's like their own level of safety. So yeah, as of now, I'm a homeowner again. I'm not, but I've had my offer accepted. I can't believe it. It's going to be my house, hopefully, if it doesn't fall through. Anyway, I'm just off in central London. I'm going to go for dinner. I'm going to have a celebratory drink, maybe a glass of champagne. But yeah, fun. Can't believe it. I called all my family. They're all buzzing. Right, I've had breakfast. That was lovely. I had avocado on toast with a sausage on the side, poached eggs. Stunning. Fueled me up. Off to the gym now. Get this workout in. Right, I've just been window shopping for an outfit for the Brits next week. My friend recommended me 2 amazing shops in East London that they stock independent designers and they do really jazzy, cool stuff. I went in there, but I couldn't find anything. It is all way out of my comfort zone. I should probably have tried stuff on, but yeah, anyway, I was like, I'm giving up on that. I will maybe do some online shopping. Or I do have the numbers of some stylists, so I could work with a stylist instead, and then I don't have to buy any clothes. They will provide some, sort of like on a rental basis, I suppose. Anyway, never mind, first world problem. Well, I'm going to finish this vlog here. I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry it was a bit hectic, but that is my life at the minute. A little snapshot into how busy everything is, but it's very fun. I can't complain. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. If you're new here, please subscribe. I post videos every single week. And don't forget, if you'd like to try Suri, then you can use the code on screen to get 15% off and give it a go. Let me know how you get on and let me know what color you choose. I love my black toothbrush. As you can tell, I'm a big fan of black. I would say black is my favorite color, but then someone will say black isn't a color, is it? Black is the absence of color. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Oops.